Welcome back to another AQ3D video. Big apologies for the late upload. I was gone for the last 2 days and I stayed up until like 4 a.m. watching the Mike Tyson fight, which was grossly disappointing. So with all my adventures, I wasn't able to get the video out until now, so I do apologize. But of course, by now, you guys already know what's new, but let's run over it. I was really looking forward to this update because I think this is going to change the game in a big way. So if you guys didn't know, you can now equip 2 skills into your action bar. What is neat is you can actually equip them anywhere you want. Here it used to be the cross skill on the PC interface, which is no longer. I could put a travel form in that slot and then put the cross skill over here. If I want to have one of the base skills, I'll now put that over here. So you can literally put the 2 cross skills anywhere you want. Now, you can't have more than 2, so if I try to put another one on, it's going to say you can only have 2 skills on your bar. But this has made this bar far more flexible. So there are 2 different types of skills that you can equip. First of which is the cross skills, which are unlocked at the rank 10 classes. Then you have the base skills. And this is something new, although not new. If you played PvP, you would recognize most of these because they are from PvP, except for quick step. This is the dash that I had mentioned in my previous video, and it has a 5-second cooldown. So if you're looking for a way to dodge AoE attacks from bosses or something, this might help with that. There's also going to be another tab that's going to have heroic skills, which is going to be something coming in a later update, so we'll get into that in the other update. Another thing I discovered, and this might have been in the game for a long time and I just never knew, was the fact that you can right-click anywhere on the action bar and bring up the menu, which is something I didn't know if this is something they just added or if it's been in the game forever. And the reason why I discovered it is because when I first logged into the game, I did it on a very low-level account. And this account is a level 3 and has no option to toggle the buttons. And the reason why is because on the old action bar, you had to be a certain level to unlock certain things. As you can see, he doesn't have any rank 10s or anything like that, so he's got no cross skills. But even these things are locked out. However, I still had access to put things in them because of the new action bar, which I think is pretty crazy cool that low levels like level 3s have have these base skills available to them, giving them more options with combat already right out of the gate. That was also how I discovered the right-clicking method, because there was no option. Again, this is probably a bug that will be fixed, but even if not, then the player just has to level up long enough. I did notice, however, there was no option to equip none or nothing, which I think there should be, so that you can clear out space if you want. I'll go into more detail covering this system in a future video, but for now, we're going to continue with what was released in this update. We're going to pay a visit to the Isle of the Dead. You're going to find the Bone Collector, Sir Owen Ocean, who is considered the Bone Collector, who actually roams the lands collecting bones. And then you're going to have a small saga quest that is going to be taking you on a small adventure where you'll be able to unlock this armor set, the one that he's wearing. Now this is for level 10s, so for you higher levels, this is more going to be a cosmetic thing. If you jump to the Babylon Cemetery, Lady Fimian has a new daily quest, so this is going to be giving you more Mote of Wandering Light if you've been struggling to obtain some. And we're going to check the board because we got to go to Help Wanted and go back to the Goo Exterminator, because you're going to discover the daily quest. There is a daily quest giving you 500, so this is going to be way better, and that looks like a decent daily quest, not a crazy long one. You may also notice the goo statues are here. This is pretty darn cool. You'll be able to get some statues of the gorses in your home, and there are plenty of styles to choose from. Pink, purple, blue, and then you've got the stone unicorn, or goonicorn, sorry. I also wanted to mention Clarion posted on Twitter and said, which would you prefer? It can't be both scaled PvP or unscaled PvP. This is meaning that they're thinking about unscaling PvP, meaning that your gear will actually be valuable. Now keep in mind, this would mean people would have to farm for the high-end gear once they hit level 50 in order to compete, and also this would impact the lower levels as well. I know there's going to be some people commenting saying, why don't they just have one for scaled and one for unscaled? But the problem is there's not enough of the PvP community to have two different lobbies. But if you guys would like to go and vote on this, I'll put a link to this in the description. But I am off to edit this video and get a cup of coffee. Thanks for watching. Keep those swords swinging.